Simplify completely. 3 over x squared minus 5x minus 6 minus 2 over x squared minus 4. Okay, now in this case, because we want to subtract, right? Anytime we want to add or subtract fractions, we have to get the LCD, right? In order to do so, we should factor each denominator here, okay? So let's do that. We have x squared minus 5x minus 6, so that factored form is x minus 6 and x plus 1. And then here we have x squared minus 4, right? That becomes x minus 2 and x plus 2. Right, so in this case, what is the LCD going to be? Remember, the LCD consists of each factor, right? But we don't want to double count them. Okay, so our LCD should consist of an x minus 6. Also should consist of the x plus 1. Okay, and then here it should consist of an x minus 2 and x plus 2. So actually, you notice that these fractions do not share a factor, right? So the LCD will consist of all 4 terms. Now what is the next step here? Remember, we're adding and subtracting fractions, which means we need to keep the LCD. Okay, so in this case, we do what's called building the equivalent form. Okay, we want, right, think about this, we want each fraction to have the LCD in the denominator, right? Okay. This is the LCD right here, right? But you notice, wait a minute, in the first fraction, it already has an x minus 6 and an x plus 1. This is the LCD, all 4 terms, so what does that mean? It means that we should multiply the numerator by these 2 missing factors. Similarly, when we look at the second fraction, right? This is the original fraction. I'm writing this in blue. But what is the LCD though, right? The LCD consists of these 2 extra terms, the x minus 6 and the x plus 1. So what does that mean? It means that the numerator here should also be multiplied by whatever terms are missing. All right, so this is going to be the result that we get. Okay. Now remember, keep in mind we're subtracting fractions, right? So we have the LCD. Okay, so once we have the LCD, now we can combine these into one fraction. Okay, let's clean this up just a little bit though. Okay, so we got x minus 2 times x plus 2, that becomes x squared minus 4. So if you distribute it with the 3, right, this whole thing here becomes what? 3x squared minus 12. Okay, so that's just simplifying that first numerator here. Right here, we'll clean it up a little bit as well. We'll multiply this out. Right, so we get what? X squared minus 6x plus x minus 6. This is x squared minus 5x minus 6. Okay, but then multiply that by the 2. Right, so this whole thing becomes 2x squared minus 10x minus 12. Okay, so now we have the denominator, which is good, right? A little bit messy here, but we have 4 terms in the denominator. And what do we get in the numerator though? The numerator now, we can combine these, right? Remember, these have the same denominator. So now we just combine the numerator. So we did clean it up first, right? So we have 3x squared minus 12 minus whatever this guy is. Here you gotta be careful, right? We are subtracting all of these guys. So it's minus, in parentheses, 2x squared minus 10x minus 12. So from here, we should just, simplify again. Now, of course, be careful with this minus. We want to make sure we distribute it to all 3 terms, okay? So 3x squared minus 12 minus 2x squared plus 10x plus 12, okay? And so then we should get our final answer now, right? So let me just rewrite everything here. We get x minus 6, x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 2 on the denominator. And on the numerator, 3x squared minus 2x squared is just 1x squared. You notice that the 12's actually just cancel out, so we get plus 10x. Okay. We can leave this as the final answer. And we see that the x squared plus 10x can be factored out. We can factor out the x, but nothing's going to cancel out, so we can leave our final answer like this.